Guys, so today we are going to be doing the Me and the Sky tutorial from Come From Away. I did the song about a couple weeks back, and I've had so many people tell me, you should do a tutorial on this song, I want to know how you do this, and I really like that you guys do this. So, here we go. So it starts off, my parents must have thought they had a crazy kid, because I was one of those kids who always knew what I wanted. They took me down to the airport to see all the planes departing. Watching them fly, something inside of me was starting. I was 8 when I told them that I'd be a pilot. But I was too young and too short, and there were no female captains. And my dad said, be patient. He said, just see what happens. But I took my first lesson, came down from the sky, and told my father I'd fly for the rest of my life. And I got my first job flying for a mortician. I couldn't find a sign for mortician, so I did funeral director. If anyone can find a sign for this, please link it to me. I will be happy to learn it happily. In a tiny bonanza, just a corpse and me. $5 an hour for flying dead bodies. I had to climb over their faces just to get to my seat. Suddenly, the wheels lift off. The ground is falling backwards. I am suddenly alive. And then we get to the first chorus, which is suddenly I'm in the cockpit. Suddenly everything's changed. Suddenly I'm not too young or too short, and the passengers in the back don't complain. Suddenly I'm flying company charters. Suddenly everything's high. Suddenly there's nothing in between me and the sky. So then we go to the second verse, which is American Airlines had the prettiest planes, so I applied as a flight engineer, but the World War II pilots, they all complained. They said, girls shouldn't be in the cockpit. Hey lady, hey baby, hey, why don't you grab us a drink? And then the flight attendants weren't my friends back then. They said, are you better than us, do you think? For flight attendants, I just did flight help. But I kept getting hired, and the World War II crew, it's kind of weird, the sign, they retired. It's 2 R's, just hitting your chest. And the girls all thought much higher of me. 1986, the first female American captain in history. Suddenly I'm in the cockpit. Suddenly I've got my wings. Suddenly all of those pilots protested me. Well, they can get their own drinks. Suddenly there's no one saying stay grounded. Looking down, passing them by. Suddenly there's nothing in between me and the sky. So then it goes into suddenly I've got an all-female crew. Crew ends with company. The news talked and made headlines across the world. Suddenly it stopped. No one saying you can't or you won't or you know you're not anything 'cause you're a girl. Suddenly I'm getting married and we're putting pins on the map where we've flown. For that little line right there, it's we're putting pins. I kind of just symbolize like putting a pin in something, and then map. It's like you're like I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a snake, kind of is how I would think about it. A snake going across your hand. Suddenly I'm a mother and suddenly shocked at how much they've grown. Suddenly I'm wondering how my parents would feel seeing me teaching men to be pilots, because suddenly I am a senior instructor and somehow in there my phone decided to cut out. So to continue where we left off, suddenly I'm flying Paris to Dallas, P to D, across the Atlantic Ocean and feeling calm when suddenly someone on air-to-air traffic says at 8:46 there's been a terrorist action, and the one thing I loved more than anything was used as the bomb. Then it ends off, suddenly I'm in a hotel. Suddenly something has died. Suddenly there's something in between me and this guy. So that's the whole thing. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If I did speak a bit too fast, if you're not on mobile, which YouTube, yeah, get on it. You need the mobile to have this. You can adjust the speed to where you can slow down or speed up any video you need. If you need to ever look back at something, you can just rewind the video to wherever you need to go. I'm sorry, sometimes I do speak pretty fast. I sometimes can't really control it because it's kind of a subconscious thought half the time. That's that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you like this video, give it a little like button, give it a like. And if you have any suggestions, any songs, musicals, artists, anything you would like to see on the channel, comment them down below. And click that little ding, click the little bell underneath this video to be notified every time I upload, which is Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.